The Daily Star on Friday, August 16, 2024. Loans from Janata, NBL. S. Alom, Nassagot Taka 2544 crore waiver in break of rules. Hasina faces another ICT case. 2 more murder cases filed against her. Students and people beating up a man at Russell Square yesterday. They stopped pedestrians, checked their phones, and beat up people they thought were going to Dhanmondi 32 to pay homage to Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Provide info on bank accounts of S. Alom family, NBI Durex banks. More advisors to be sworn in today. Wahiduddin Mahmud, Ali Imam Majumdar, Fazlul Kabir Khan invited to take oath. People beaten up, harassed at Dhanmondi 32. Their phones checked, journals stopped from taking photos. Student leaders condemn it. Student protest. UN team to fly in next week to probe atrocities. Dhaka Wasa MD never-ending tenure of Taksim ends. A man dashes to board of a train at Kamalapur railway station after nearly a month of suspension. Intercity train services resumed across the country yesterday, providing relief to travelers and bringing back some sense of normalcy. Awami League leader hacked to death in Sylhet. Foreign Ministry recalls 7 envoys. 5 other officials posted overseas also ordered to return. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir addresses a program in front of party's Napolton office in the capital yesterday. At the event, he demanded that former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her aides be tried on mass killing charges. Don't publish or air Hasina's pictures. Dulu. The BNP chief's advisor says media outlets to be set on fire if they do so. Students under the banner of Anti-Discrimination Student Movement hold a rally in front of National Museum in Shahbag yesterday as part of their Resistance Week program. We will resist all counter-revolution attempts, surges. Rice price rises, so do prices of other essentials. Traders point at supply shortage, rising production cost. Awami League observes August 15 in 3 districts. Elevated Expressway, Bonani Ram opens, Mohakali to open in a week. Dhaka Moscow ties, Bangladesh needs to follow a safe path, says Foreign Affairs Advisor. Intercity train service resumed after nearly a month. Power outage hits rural areas. Members of Gram Police Bahini, village police force, bring out a procession in front of the Supreme Court yesterday, demanding an end to wage disparity. They also sought a national pay scale for them. Constable injured on August 5 dies. Power outage hits rural areas. Raspberry Gopt Poultry Farm, 28 years of neglect. It's radio silence in Khulna. Bangladesh needs to follow a safe. We will resist all counter. It's radio silence in Khulna. Arson attack on August 5. Leaves Bethar Center in ruins. Nobiganj's vanishing hills. Illegal raising puts local at risk. Raises environmental concern. 3 more die of dengue. 155 Awami League activist sued for attacking student protest. 3 organizers hurt in BCL attack. Mother's son die as covered van hits bike. 5 hurt in BNP infighting. What good is fame if I can't speak for the people? Badham. Editorial. Taste of freedom regain. A magnificent opportunity with potential pitfalls. Justice, equal rights, vital for minorities. Take stern actions so that none can exploit their vulnerability. State bodies must perform better. Gov should take steps to depoliticize them, ensure accountability. Proposition for a national youth parliament. The legality of the interim government. Analysis from constitutional and international legal perspectives. Can the interim government make progress with the CST Accord, Chittagong Accord? Poison tree of partition. I reject the minority tag. Here is why. I see people from the Hindu community raising their voices against the reprisal attack on them after the ouster of the Sheikh Hasina-led government. The Bangladesh we won. Lessons learned as we rise from the ashes of our past. Protesters shout slogan as they vandalize a mural of Sheikh Hasina with paint and mud, demanding her resignation at Teacher-Student Center area of University of Dhaka in Dhaka. Bangladesh, August 3, 2024. When will we democratize the political parties of Bangladesh? Imposing term limits on party leaders and their families is also necessary to prevent entrenched autocracy. For example, the main leader and their family members should only be allowed to run for office twice. Without such limits, the old guards will find excuses to stifle new leaders and maintain their grip on power. The current political vacuum clearly shows that parties have hardly allowed any members to consider running for leadership, let alone pursue the democratization of their parties. China promises aid for Poles in Myanmar. Palestinians react as they wait to receive food cooked by Charity Kitchen amid a hunger crisis in the northern Gaza Strip on Wednesday. An estimated 495,000 people, that means 4,95,000 people in Gaza, or 22% of the population, are experiencing an extreme lack of food, according to an Integrated Food Security Phase Classification (IPC) report. Indian protests over Maddox's murder grow. PM demands swift justice. Who declares Mpox a global emergency? Who declares monkeypox a global emergency? Israel intensifying attacks on Gaza schools, says UN, as data shows 564 schools have been directly hit or damaged since the offensive began. Graft case. Pakistan's army arrests 3 more ex-officers. Sri Lanka election. Polls panel approves weak remains for presidential race. Antarctica winter experiences prolonged heatwave. False conviction. US man gets $7 million after 48 years in jail. A US helicopter, part of a NATO peacekeeping mission, makes a water drop as a wildfire burns in Prevail, Kosovo on Wednesday. The challenge is to stop slow burning trees which can ignite again with a more destructive fire. India's Modi renews push for common civil code. War-displaced people receive humanitarian aid at a Russian Red Cross distribution point in Kursk yesterday, following Ukraine's offensive into Russia's western Kursk region. 1.4 million girls banned from Afghan schools since Taliban return, says UNESCO. UN report on vote rife with lies, says Venezuelan Electoral Council. Ukraine's forces pushing along border front, says Russia. Kiev creates buffer zone to protect population. Colonial dies after coalition strike in Syria, says Iran. Thai political crisis. Few Thai party chooses Shinawatra as PM candidate. Iran hackers target Harris, Trump campaigns, Google. A drone view shows a bridge submerged by the flooded La Plata River in the aftermath of tropical storm Ernesto in Tuabaja, Puerto Rico on Wednesday. Record number of forest fires in Brazil Amazon. Law and our rights. Law opinion. Bangladesh interim government. What should be its tenure? Although government tenure is a political issue, it must be examined from the constitutional perspective because the constitution determines the terms and conditions of political appointments. More importantly, the Big's term and condition are particularly critical as it was formed through a mass revolution. Therefore, materializing the revolution's mission and vision critically depends on the public perception about a Big's role and function. A critical look into our ombudsman law. Rethinking our parliamentary accountability. A sustainable parliamentary democracy in Bangladesh requires an accountable government and a performance-oriented, impartial civil service, both of which can only be achieved through reforming the present system of parliamentary accountability. Sport. United in action as Premier League kicks off. 5 new signings to watch. ICC to continue talks after August 15 deadline. Focus is on cricket. HPP Cup second win in top T20. PSG prepare for post-Mbappe era. On a memorable night of Real Madrid and their star signing Kylian Mbappe, Los Blancos claim a record 6th UEFA Super Cup with 2-0 win over Atalanta on Wednesday in Warsaw. After Federico Valverde broke the deadlock from close range for the Champions League holders in the 59th minute, Mbappe on his debut sealed the game when he rifled home in 68th minute from a Jude Bellingham pass. The win also meant that 38-year-old Croatian midfielder Luka Modric, who came from the bench in the second half, has now won 27 titles at the club to become the most decorated player in the Real Madrid history. Salman used cloud to help business secure loans. Polok Tuku placed on 10-day remand. Dhaka to decide whether to seek Hasina's extradition, says foreign advisor, as cases against the ousted leader mount. Gaza death toll tops 40,000, says Hamas-run health ministry as new round of ceasefire talks begin in Qatar. India will always help Bangladesh growth, Modi. Will back new GOP as long as it stands for democracy, says Mirza Fakhrul. US in touch with India on developments in Bangladesh, says US State Department. US in touch with India on developments in Bangladesh, says US State Department diplomat correspondent. UK Singapore pledge support to interim government. A displaced Palestinian woman and a child take shelter in a cemetery in Khan Yunus in the southern Gaza Strip yesterday. Metro services won't resume tomorrow.